As we look ahead to the 2025 NFL Draft, there's some concerning news for the Philadelphia Eagles. It seems that Penn State edge rusher Abdul Carter might be heading to the New York Giants. On April 7th, Adam Schefter reported that Carter, who is my top player on the draft board, had breakfast with Giants head coach Brian Daboll in State College. He's also set to visit the Giants again on Thursday in New Jersey, and it looks like he could be a top 3 pick. Everything seems to be pointing in this direction, but of course, things can shift in the weeks leading up to the draft. Right now, I see the top 3 picks shaping up like this. Cam Ward going to the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee has brought in Brandon Allen to their quarterback room this offseason, but they haven't made any other significant moves. They've strengthened their offensive and defensive lines. And with Brian Callahan, an offensive mind from the Zach Taylor coaching tree, at the helm, they're in a good position. Will Levis just isn't the answer for them. Cam Ward is the clear QB1 in this draft class, and I don't think it's even close. He had an impressive pro day, and it's no secret that the Titans are smitten with him. I fully expect them to take him with the first overall pick. As for the second pick, Travis Hunter could land with the Cleveland Browns or the Giants at number 3. There's been a lot of chatter this week about the Browns having a strong interest in him, particularly as a wide receiver. I believe he has the potential to play both ways in the NFL, but managing his snap count will be crucial. The speed and physicality of the NFL make it tough to juggle 2 positions effectively, so he might need to be on a bit of a pitch count, so to speak. Hunter is a generational talent and would be a perfect fit for the Browns, giving them a marketable face for a franchise that could really use one. If that happens, it likely means Abdul Carter will be heading to the Giants at number 3. If the New York Giants decide to go with the best player available, it could spell trouble for the Philadelphia Eagles for a couple of reasons. First off, Abdul Carter grew up as a diehard Eagles fan. He attended La Salle College High School and then went on to play at Penn State. He even took his dad to the Superdome in New Orleans to watch the Eagles take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Carter has expressed that it would be a dream come true to play for the Eagles. If he ends up with the Giants, the Eagles will have to face him twice a year, which would be tough not just because of his background, but also because he's an outstanding player. Moreover, if the Giants bolster their pass rush with Carter, they could become a formidable force. You know I believe in building teams from the inside out, just like Andy Reid and Howie Roseman do. Once you find your quarterback, it's all about strengthening the trenches. We saw how the Eagles dominated in the Super Bowl, and if the Giants can enhance their pass rush with players like Brian Burns, one of the top edge rushers in the league, and Dexter Lawrence, arguably the best nose tackle in the game, they could be a serious threat. Kayvon Thibodeau needs to step up, but he has shown flashes of brilliance. Adding Abdul Carter to that mix could create a pass-rushing combination that the Eagles would have to game plan against. Think about how the Eagles won Super Bowl 59. They didn't blitz once. They generated pressure with just 4 players against Patrick Mahomes, racking up 25 pressures without dialing up a single blitz. Their front 4, featuring Brandon Graham, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, and Milton Williams, was relentless. They made Mahomes look flustered and unsure, leading to 2 interceptions and a strip sack where Jalen Carter made a huge impact. The Giants could replicate some of that success with a dominant front in 2024, and while I'm not thrilled with what the Giants have done this offseason, they could still pose a significant challenge if they land Carter. Sometimes it feels like certain players get a pass for their looks, but the reality is that the pressure is on for the Giants heading into 2025. They've invested a lot of money in some good players, but I think they've overpaid for many of them. Having Russell Wilson as your starting quarterback doesn't inspire much confidence for the upcoming season, which suggests that the Giants still haven't found their future quarterback. However, building up a strong defensive line is a solid strategy for any team, and that's where Abdul Carter comes in. He's a blue-chip talent, a game changer, and there aren't many players of his caliber in this draft class. What's particularly impressive is that he switched to full-time edge rusher just this past year at Penn State, standing at 6 feet 3 inches and weighing 252 pounds. There may be some questions about his weight, as that's what Penn State listed him at, but he didn't participate in the combine or his pro day due to lingering shoulder and foot issues. Those injuries are concerning, but his burst, speed, and ability to bend around the edge are all crucial traits for a pass rusher. In 2024, he recorded 12 sacks and 43 hurries, earning an impressive Pro Football Focus grade of 91.2. Even while dealing with that shoulder injury during the college football playoff, he still managed to create chaos for opposing offenses. Players like Abdul Carter, who can truly change the game from the edge, don't come around every year. Every few years, a special talent like him emerges, which is why top agent Drew Rosenhaus has chosen to represent him. He knows the potential for a big payday is there. In addition to those 12 sacks, Carter also had 66 pressures, 4 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles. Even in 2023, when he wasn't a full-time edge rusher, he still posted solid numbers: 6 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, and 28 pressures. The year before, he had 11 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, and 20 pressures. Over his Penn State career, which spanned 42 games, he averaged a sack every other game and racked up 114 pressures, with nearly a tackle for loss in every game. That's the kind of production that stands out. However, breaking news just came in. A photo has leaked of Abdul Carter in a gas mask. This could change everything for the Giants, making him undraftable at number 3. So let's spread the word on social media and let everyone, including the Giants, know that Abdul Carter should be off their draft board until the Eagles pick at 32 overall. If you're all about the Eagles, drop a Go Birds in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you next time.